Thank you very much, Chair. I have got a number of questions, so I'm going to try and answer them in the way that maybe we can get quick, concise answers. So just on the last point in regards to capacity, I understand that you only had a certain number of labs that were category 3. And in order to increase that capacity, PHE changed the category to category 2 labs, which therefore increased the capacity. Is that correct?
Ms Butler, we made an application on behalf of the country really to the Committee on Dangerous Pathogens to do that. It was their call really as to whether they felt it was appropriate, and they then requested the Health and Safety Executive to examine this request, and they agreed that that was appropriate on the 1st of March.
Okay, so that decision was made by PHE. So you gave that information
Yes.
You gave that information in regards to improving capacity. But let me just go on to another question. When was the decision made to pursue a centralised approach to testing? When was the decision made?
Well, the approach to testing was very much driven by a number of factors. The first was the capacity at the time, which, as I say, was estimated to be up to 25,000. In fact, it's exceeded that now. But also at the point of, there was another factor that played into some of this.
Professor Doyle, sorry, I understand. I know I've only got a limited number of time to answer my questions. I just wondered, when was the decision made to centralise? What was it made in February, March, April, just around time?
Ms Butler, there was no decision made to centralise. In a sense, the configuration that we came into this epidemic in January was a decision that had been made sometime before in the configuration of the Health Protection Agency and the laboratory system in England as a whole. So it was it was an NHS and Public Health England specialist and mass testing decision.
All right, Professor Doyle, thank you very much. Sorry, can I just ask, are we currently following a centralised approach, yes or no?
No, we are not following a centralised approach, Ms Butler, but we are following an approach that needs to increase capacity.
Okay, Professor Doyle, are we following a centralised approach with the app, for instance? Is there a centralised approach or a decentralised approach?
With the app.
Is it a centralised approach or a decentralised approach?
I can't really hear you. Is that the app for contact tracing in the Isle of Wight? Yeah, so there again, there has been a specification for this, and invites have come back to the NHSX, which is the organisation that assesses technical capabilities. Now, to some extent, that does need to be centralised. We need to understand whether these applications work.
So it is a centralised approach. Professor Newton, do you agree that there is a centralised approach happening in the UK at the moment, both in terms of testing and in terms of the app? Is it a centralised approach or is it a decentralised approach?
Well, the testing strategy is decentralised. There are a number of arms to it. We have the labs which are in the NHS and Public Health England working together. We also have another group of laboratories set up, the Lighthouse Labs. They are assisted by other labs in Cambridge, Birmingham and elsewhere. As I said, the Department of Health sets standards. You cannot just have any lab just with a machine contributing. They have to be able to produce an end-to-end testing service. So I would say it's a combination of centralised strategy and decentralised provision.
Brilliant. And is that sorry, Chair, one more question.
Last question, okay.
Is that decentralised? Now it's a combination of both. Is that because the category of lab changed from a 3 to 2, which then meant that it's now a combination of a centralised and a decentralised approach?
Yes, absolutely. We could not have pursued the current strategy if all the labs had to be level 3. No, we couldn't.